My friend Dragos here from Constant Wealth. I'm gonna just use a low tonality because it's very late in the night, but I want to give you the daily dose of value uh, because it's my decision. I decided to do it every day. Um, I want to talk today about trust. And why trust? Because it's one of the key factors that allows us to succeed in life, to grow, to get done all the things we want. It's very powerful, the trust, and because we are rational beings and we want reasons why something is important and why we should do something, let me give a few reasons about trust. The number one reason is that it allows us to grow. It allows us to become better persons. It also allows us to become more centered and implicitly to focus better on whatever we do. Another reason is that we experience more freedom. And what do I mean by freedom? We become more worry-free and fearless. Because trust is in a way complementary with fear and worries. The more trust we have, the less worry and fear we will experience, and vice versa. And there is one more important reason, is that by developing trust we allow us to get properly internally guided. We basically allow us to get more guided by our intuition or the sixth sense or the inner wisdom, whatever you want to call it. Now let me move to the important steps in how to develop trust, and I want to mention one thing before laying down the steps. It is important to think about what is the one thing, that identity that really deserves your trust. Is it God? Is it universe? Is it a higher power? Is it God within? Is it your unconscious mind? Is it what? Whatever you want to call it, think about this first. And once you identify that, whether it's God, universe, or whatever, now let's move to the steps. The first step, very important step in order to develop the trust, and I should say trust in yourself, is decision. Everything starts with a decision. You need first to decide that from now on you're gonna work on developing trust in yourself. And because decision does not go alone, it goes along with a couple of more tools. I have included them in these steps, in this sequence. So the second step, which goes together actually with decision, is commitment. You need to commit to yourself that whatever happens, no matter what time it takes, whatever obstacles you will encounter, you will stay focused and you will work and make it happen. This is about commitment. You need to make it happen. You need to work diligently, no matter what happens, no matter what times it takes until you get where you want to get. The number three, the next step, is integrity. Integrity is very important. What does it mean, integrity? Integrity means to keep your promises. Whatever you promise to yourself or to other people, you need to keep your promises, because if you don't keep them, you sabotage yourself. In other words, you give a message to your unconscious mind or to God or to the universe that this is not really important to you. And if it's not important to you, guess what? You don't get it. You won't get it. Let's move to the next step, responsibility, another powerful tool and also step. What does it mean to have responsibility? If it happens, it's not recommended, but if it happens that you missed a step, you let's say made a list and you planned to follow these steps and you missed one, keep in mind that it's nobody's fault. It's not the government, it's not the dog, it's not the spouse, it's not the weather, it's not the car, it's only you. Now, the next step is very, very important. It has to do with self-appreciation. I didn't find the right word. I think it's self-appreciation. But what does it mean? What I mean by that is to be kind to yourself. Because let's say you have full responsibility for what happened and you know that it's nobody's fault but you. But if you start blaming yourself, it's not gonna help you at all. If you tell to yourself things like, I'm a loser, I knew that I can make it, it's not gonna help you at all. It's gonna add to your negative beliefs and basically it's gonna sabotage you. So be kind to yourself. Take the lesson, forgive yourself and move on. And the next step I wanted to mention about, and it's another powerful tool and it works in every other area, is the gratitude. Be grateful for the internal guidance that you already have. Be grateful for your self-trust, but especially for the guidance that you get. Because remember, whether we are aware or not, we always have the internal guidance, our intuition that will help us to move on and get protected and get things done and overall succeed. So let's just repeat over to make a recap to give you the whole picture. So trust is one of the main key factors to succeed. The reasons why you need to develop trust is that it allows you to grow, it allows you to have freedom from worries and fears, it allows you to become a better person, a better version of yourself, it allows you to stay centered and get more focus, it allows you to be more productive, to have all energy for yourself and not spend it in other areas. And the steps, the so-called formula you need to use is the following. After you identify what is the main identity you really trust, whether it's God or universe, you need to follow these important steps. Make a decision from now on that you are going to work on developing your self-trust, and then commit to do this no matter what happens, no matter what times it takes, no matter what obstacles you experience. You make it happen. And then responsibility, you need to be responsible for what happens and it's nobody's fault. Then you need to be to have integrity. This is also very important, to keep your promises. It's not in this order, I just messed up with the order, but let me repeat again. So decision, commitment, integrity, responsibility, and then self-appreciation. Be kind to yourself if you missed a step, and then gratitude. Be grateful for the internal guidance that you already have. So my friend, this is it for today. Until next time, make the best out of your day. Bye for now.